The term customer service is used quite often, pretty much everywhere you go. Well, we're going to talk about everything you need to know about customer service. Joining us this morning is the author of Uplifting Service, a proven path to delighting your customers, colleagues, and everyone else you meet, Ron Kaufman. Thank you, Ron, for joining us this morning.
Pleasure to be here, Michael.
All right, now tell us about your book, Uplifting Service, and explain what uplifting service looks like.
Right. Well, the whole concept is that service is in every part of our lives. It's not just external customer service. Inside organizations, we have internal service. The government is called government service, public service. Even when people go to the military, it's military service. And if you go to a religious, service. So service is in every part of our lives. And focusing on improving the quality of that service, whether you're the service provider or you're the person being served, is what uplifting service is all about.
Now, how, a lot of people out there, as you mentioned, service is a part of their everyday lives, but they're not always good at giving great service. What advice do you have to those people who aren't that great, and also the ones who are receiving the not so great service?
Right. Well, there's actually a crisis in service where not only are people upset by getting lousy service, but some of those people who are giving it are feeling resentful or cynical in their jobs. So we really need a revolution. It doesn't have to be that way. And the answer starts in the definition of what service really is. Service is taking action to create value for someone else. So if you want to grow your career, if you want to, get along better in life and get a better job or get an advancement or a promotion, the answer is not to sit there and go, well, what's in it for me? But rather to be sitting and thinking, wait a minute, what can I do for you? And when everybody starts focusing on what can I do for somebody else, whether they're the service provider or the person being served, then the uplifting cycle begins. What goes around comes around, and everyone will benefit.
So this can truly be applied to people out there for career advancement, job seekers out there, or even in everyday personal relationships?
Yeah, that's true, because even as you know at home, you have people who are actually, taking action to create value for each other. And that's sort of internal service at the closest to our hearts and our homes. It also exists in our community, in our neighborhoods, in our social space, and of course in the commercial environment. So if you want to get ahead in life, don't go into life thinking, how do I get the most out of it for me? But think about it the other way. What can I do that will make things better or easier for someone else? And that'll make it easier for them to give you good service right back.
Now, Ron, you and I both know that everybody out there, they might not have been brought up with that kind of mindset. Can this be taught? Can good service be taught, and actually people to embrace it and continue on with their lives with good service?
Yes, and it requires two things. One is what I call fundamental service education, not just customer service training. You train somebody what to do in a certain situation, and that's fine. But in today's world, new situations are always arising. So we need people to really understand what are the fundamental principles of service, and that's what I write about in the new book, Uplifting Service, and at upliftingservice.com. The other step is that we have to take responsibility for building strong cultures of service, where it's not just transactional, but actually the entire culture, whether it's at home or in a department or in a company or in a community or in the country or in the world, is focused on taking good care of each other. And that is something that each of us can contribute to every day.
All right. Well, Ron Kaufman, thank you so much. How can we find you, your great uplifting information?
Well, you can find it at upliftingservice.com.
All right, Ron, thank you so much, and you have a great service day.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll be right back.